of a golf course when a second golfer approached and asked if he could join him. The first man said that he usually played alone but agreed to both of them going out for a game of golf. They were even after the first few holes, and the second guy said, "We're about evenly matched, me and you. How about playing for £5 a hole?" The first fella said that he wasn't much for betting, but agreed to the terms. Yeah, £5 a hole, okay. The second guy won the next 16 holes. As they were walking off the number 18th hole, and while counting his £80, the second guy confessed that he was a professional at the neighbouring course and liked to pick on suckers like this bloke. The first fellow revealed that he was the parish priest. The professional got all flustered and apologetic, offering to return the money. And the priest said, "No, you won fair and square, and I was foolish to bet with you. You keep your winnings." And the professional said, "Is there anything I can do to make it up to you, Father?" And the priest said, "Well, you could come to Mass on Sunday and make a nice donation to the collection. And if you want to bring your mother and father along, I'll marry them as well." This is an amazing true story, honestly. It's an amazing true story. In 1986, a man called Dan Harrison, I have his picture here, but it's not big enough for you all to see, was on holiday in Kenya. He graduated from some university and decided to go on a trip. On a hike through the bush, he came across a young bull elephant, standing with one leg raised in the air. The elephant seemed distressed, so Dan approached it very, very carefully, because as you know from his nature programs, bull elephants are nasty things. He got down on one knee and inspected the elephant's foot and found a large piece of wood deeply embedded in it. As carefully and as gently as he could, Dan worked the wood out with his hunting knife, after which the elephant gingerly put his foot down on the floor. The elephant turned to face Dan with a rather curious look in its face, stared at him for several tense moments. Dan stood there frozen, thinking of nothing else but being trampled. Eventually the elephant trumpeted loudly, turned and walked away. Wow. Dan never forgot that elephant or the events of that day. Well, you wouldn't, would you? You know, 12-hour trip out there. 20 years later, Dan was walking through a zoo in Chicago. A zoo in Chicago. With his teenage son. As they approached the elephant enclosure, it's a true story, one of the creatures turned and walked, this is past the elephant enclosure, one of the elephants turned and walked over to where near Dan and his son, Dan Jr., were standing. The large bull elephant stared at Dan, lifted his front foot off the ground and then put it down again. It was amazing. The elephant did that several times and then trumpeted loudly, all the while staring at Dan. Remembering the encounter in 1986, Dan couldn't help wondering if this was the same elephant. Dan summoned up his courage. He climbed over the railings and made his way into the enclosure. He walked right up to the elephant and stared back in wonder. The elephant trumpeted again, wrapped its trunk around one of Dan's legs and slammed him against the railings and killed him straight away. Probably wasn't the same elephant anyway. Can I introduce the choir who'd like to sing to you, please? Oh, sorry, hang on. Oh, my apologies. I'm sorry, it's not the choir. It's our lovely Catherine, who's going to sing from Les Miserables. Hang on, debt collectors here. Maureen Richards. Maureen Richards. Hands up, Maureen Richards. No? No Maureen Richards? No? No one there. There we are. Oh, okay, all right then. I do apologise, Catherine. Welcome. Come and sing us a song. There's steps there, everyone. Thank you. Okay. A round of applause for Catherine, please.
Wait, sure. Take a while, okay?